Hello everybody, my name is Sol, I'm a geek and I'm Hispanic, and today we're talking about Wreck-It Ralph 2 or Ralph Breaks the Internet. You know what I'm talking about. So I wouldn't say I went with super high expectations, but the trailer seemed promising and I was like, this is an interesting concept. I wonder how is it gonna be different from the Emoji Movie and all this stuff. And honestly, I didn't love the film. I know. There's gonna be a lot of spoilers on this review, so watch the film and then come back. Cool. First of all, I have a question. Did you guys get to see a short film before the film? Because I got there very early and I did not see a short film. And I remember Disney doing short films before their movies. Am I missing something? Please let me know. But going to the movie, I'm gonna start with things that I did like. So I did like, for example, the world building for most of the parts. I love all the apps like Oh My Disney. I'm gonna go with that with more details. eBay was super creative, how or Twitter, everything was very creative. But well, this also ties a bit with what I don't like is I wish we had seen more of that, because you know, I understand the Emoji Movie has a lot of flaws, but for example, for me, I love how they went and spent a lot of time on each app. For example, Spotify, when it was like a river, I felt that was pretty cool. And in this one, I feel like we got to see a little bit, and I understand you don't want also to go visit all the apps, because then you're like, what's the point of this? So I did get that every app they did go had a purpose, and I do like that, but I don't know, it made me want to see more of it. It's like, this is so big, it's the whole internet, I want to explore more of it. Some apps that I didn't like was the YouTube one, I mean, it's called BuzzU or BuzzTube, that was it. I just didn't think it was that creative, and also the fact that you can earn $40,000 in a day by posting videos. I don't think so. I don't think that. I wish they had picked something less crazy of a number, something a bit more realistic, because then for me just that took me off. It's like, that makes no sense. I get it, it's an animated film, it's fantasy and all this stuff, but it just went to a point where it's like, I am familiar with YouTube and I know that 40,000 in a day, actually less than a day, it's impossible for most people. I don't think BuzzTube was that interesting to look at. I feel like it could have been way more creative. On that sense, I did like the hearts and the comments. That was very interesting, and the message of that was very relevant and all that stuff, but it just felt like it was meh, honestly. And also, speaking of that, the character, yes, I like that her apparel changed and all that stuff, but to be honest, I just felt she was also meh. I know everyone thought she was going to be the villain, and I know that would have been cliche because Disney has always been doing the unexpected villain, but I would rather have that predictable villain than this okay meh character, because I didn't, yeah, she was funny and cool, but I didn't feel like she was that memorable or iconic, or you know, I don't know. I was quite disappointed in her. I really expected her to be like disgust from Inside Out, very sassy and all stuff, and it's like I didn't get much of a personality, I feel like. Let's talk about characters. So I mentioned yes, so let's talk about Vanellope. I did love Vanellope. She was very fun, very cute. I must say her song I did not enjoy. I felt, oh, what is this? I did not like the song, but I understand the gag and all that stuff. I just didn't find it personally enjoyable. Let's talk about Ralph. Oh my gosh, Ralph was, I think he was probably the main reason why I didn't enjoy this film, because I do appreciate that the main characters at least go an arc, they understand a message, they're not flat characters, which I do appreciate it, and storytelling wise that's very important to have an arc and all this stuff, but at the same time Ralph was so whiny to the point that it was like I'm having to spend so much time with a character that it's not very likable. So I think that was a big reason why I did not enjoy the film. I was just frustrated about how annoying I found Ralph, and it was like, dude, like, and almost at time it didn't feel like a friendship. It almost seemed like he was in love with her. I don't know, I could have read that wrong, but the characters I did like was Noxmore. I thought he was great. Love him. The concept, when Miranda sings appear, I just love everything about him. The users interaction, his segments were my favorite ones, and I wish, I mean, the time he was in it was perfect, but even more of it would have been super fun too. I also enjoyed the this family one. I like the concept of it. I think it was very realistic. I like those little gags of the internet because we see all those spams all over the place. So I did really enjoy him a lot. Also, one of the only things I loved was the princess scene. I was like, oh, they spoiled so much on the trailers, you know, am I gonna be really surprised? And there's a little bit, I mean, most of it's already shown in the trailers, but we got some little things there that I'm so happy to see, and it was just, I got a smile on my face. I was fangirling, and everyone is freaking out about this. I thought it was gonna be maybe a bit weird, like self-referential, but I loved it. Especially at the end when they all come together to save Ralph. Also, they adore Ariel for some reason. She had so much spotlight on her, and when she was singing her solo, I was like, oh, this is so cute. And Prince is already huge by itself, but now they're even bigger, I feel, by this film. So really good job. I feel like maybe it'd be really cool if Disney did maybe some short films with them, like, you know, before some movies. Would you guys like that? Or you're like, this is enough, this is all I can handle? Because, you know, I understand why some people be like, I don't want more of this, but I personally was living for it. Yeah, something I didn't like was the villain situation, like that Ralph virus. I understand the meaning and all that stuff, but at the same time, I was like, this is kind of creepy and weird. It's just all this mini Ralphs. I just really didn't like it. I didn't like the villain. I understand that there wasn't like a physical villain, it was more of like an internal deep thing, which I appreciated. It's a good storytelling thing, but I didn't feel it was exciting. It honestly, this is the thing about this film. I was so bored. And I went and saw the Nutcracker film, and that was so boring to me. But this was even more boring for me. Like, I wanted to check my phone, like, to see how long do we have of this film left. I was just so bored, and I haven't had this feeling in such a long time with an animated film. Like, I love animated films, and especially Wreck-It Ralph. Like, what? I love the first one. So I honestly thought it was so boring. That really surprised me. But going back to one of the characters, I did like Gal Gadot. Her whole video game world was really cool. There's the racing game was super interesting, and all the tricks was very exciting. The race, I was just like, oh, what's gonna happen? It kind of reminded me of Ready Player One a little bit. So I really like her. I like the gang a lot. I like when they have the players walking, like, you know, in video games with their names. I really like that. Also the song from the first film, like the one from Owl City, na 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 na. That one I prefer over the one, what's it like to feel zero, something zero hero, something like that. It's not bad, the new song, it's just I prefer the original one for some reason. But yeah, those are really much my overall thoughts on the film. Again, I'm very disappointed, but I don't know, at the same time I feel like I'm the only person who feels this way, like, because other people I talk to are like, I loved it, it's so great, and it's like, why don't I like it? And I think part of it is because, for example, I don't think this is a bad film per se, because, like, as I was saying, there's really good, you know, character arcs, and every character there was needed for the plot to advance. It wasn't just characters, like, you know, for gags. So I did appreciate all that, and so I was like, what is it? And I feel like there's films like, for example, Star Wars, that has very good character development and all this stuff, but I don't personally enjoy them. I find them a bit boring. But does that mean it's a bad film? No, it's not. It's just not what I find entertaining. And so that's, I think, what happens with this film. I think it has a good story, lovely animation, nice world building. We could have had a bit more, in my opinion, but I personally just didn't find it entertaining at all. Please let me know what you thought. Like, if you loved it, please let me know why you loved it. If you hated it, just be respectful to one another. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon. Bye!